Hey guys, Two-Time Marine here with another MOS profile today, talking about EOD, Explosive Ordnance Disposal. These guys are the shit. There isn't a single Marine that I know that doesn't have the utmost respect for these guys. These guys are hardcore. They're fucking probably slightly crazy, but they are absolutely essential to the work that we do, and they're just excellent all the way around. They have fucking balls of fucking steel, tell you what. These guys, if you don't know, they are the ones that go out and find the explosives that the enemy places, and they either neutralize them or they just blow them up in place. They try to make them safe. They deal with all that stuff. They go into some of the most dangerous situations that you could possibly ever imagine to try to help their fellow service members. And how can you not respect people that are willing to do that? The actual job description, though, is that they perform various duties that include locating, accessing, identifying, rendering safe, neutralizing, and disposing of hazards from foreign and domestic, conventional, chemical, biological, radiological, nuclear, and high-yield explosives. Unexploded explosive ordnance, improvised explosive devices, IEDs, and weapons of mass destruction. And that's their job. They go in there and they deal with that shit. You must have a GT score of 110 or higher, which is decently high. I mean, you have to be intelligent to do this job. There's no way around it. You go through a very heavy background check. You must have a first-class PFT, which is easy to get if you work out, but you need to ensure you're in shape for it. You must be a volunteer in the grade of sergeant or corporal in any MOS. The sergeants cannot be selected for staff in their current MOS. So you have to be a sergeant that's not currently getting ready to be promoted, basically. You must have normal color vision, with no claustrophobic tendencies, because you're going to be working in tight spaces. A lot of the times, you are going to be wearing that bomb suit, which can be pretty claustrophobic to people. They will, during the initial screening to join the MOS, they will basically put you through a bomb suit agility test, which basically allows them to see whether or not you can handle being inside one of these suits. You must be an U.S. citizen. You must be able to get your explosive driver's license, as well as your emergency vehicle operator's license. So basically no issues with your driving history, and you can qualify for these things, as well as your actual background, but it's not very difficult. You must be able to graduate the EOD basic course, which is considered one of the most difficult, it's probably the single most difficult MOS school to graduate from. There's a lot of physical stuff, but it more focuses on so much knowledge. It's insane. I have a buddy going through the course right now, and I couldn't get a hold of him to talk. Well, I got a hold of him, but he doesn't have time to really sit down and talk because he is studying like it's cool. There's so much that you need to know. The tests you have tests like daily. You basically test on what you learned the day before, and you have to pass fucking everything. It is not an easy course by any stretch of the imagination. Let's see. You must be able to understand advanced electronics, advanced EOD tactics, techniques, and the procedures that they have. You must be competent in specialized demolition. You must know how to investigate an explosion after it's happened. You must be very familiar with weapons of mass destruction, IEDs, basic robotics, unexploded ordnance, a UXO clearance, knowing how to get rid of those. There's a lot. There's a lot to it. It says you must be a U.S. citizen and not a dual citizen, apparently. So you can't have dual citizenship. Let's see. I don't remember how long the EOD course is. I want to say it's about a year long. It's a very, very long and difficult course. But from there, you can be sent anywhere. When you deploy, you're going to be working long, long hours. The EOD guys that we worked with in country were constantly tired. These dudes were driving all over the place, all over the country to deal with explosives. Like, there's times when we literally had to wait 12 hours in the same spot for these EOD guys to get there because they were busy, fucking far as shit away dealing with a situation, and then they have to drive all the way to us, go through all the shenanigans to get to us. Chances are they're going to stop and deal with other situations along the way, and so they are just working 24/7. It's not an easy job, but I mean, one of the plus sides is that when you get out, if you get out of the Marine Corps, then you can pretty much walk on to any police department in the country with this sort of training, because they constantly need good bomb techs, and if you do well during your time as an EOD tech, you'll have no problems. I know a few police officers who said that anytime they get a guy who gets out and did that job in the military, that as long as they've had no issues, what do you call it? They basically haven't gotten in trouble for anything, they're fucking set. They can walk in. And that's great, because finding a job that easily when you get out of the military is not an easy thing. So having that ability is great. But yeah, this is definitely a job that is not for the faint of heart. You definitely need to want to do this sort of work, but it is well worth it if you're able to do it. So, all right, guys, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, hit me up. I'll see you in the next one. Semper Fi.